morning. Happy Sunday. Today, I have my friend Simon joining me this morning in honor of our veterans and mental health. This event is going to be going all day long. Simon, are you ready for this?
I'm not sure about all day long, but thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. It's always an honor. When I say all day long, I'll be here from 9 in the morning for those in the California area till 2 p.m., which is what is it, 5 where you are now?
Yes, 5 p.m. in the UK, yeah.
So 5 p.m. in the UK, and so it'll end about, 10 in the UK? Is that right?
Yeah, about 10 o'clock in the evening, yeah.
Very nice. So, this is my 4th year that I've been doing this fundraiser. And this fundraiser was given to me by a client who lost a loved one due to suicide. And this was a cause that was created to help family members that need the extra support, whether they served or they were a veteran. All the money goes directly to Mission 22. And so Kelly Bricko, our producer behind the scenes, is going to continue to put the link up. So for anyone who wishes to donate, $5, $10, whatever your heart can do, we appreciate it. It's all about giving back. It's about holding space. And this is the way that we're going to do it. So every 30 minutes or so, we'll have a different medium pop in with a friend or by themselves. And we would just hold space, do messages. We'll have spirit art. We'll have trance healing. And so it's just going to be a mixture of love. So wherever you are in the world, you want to participate, follow me on either Things Network, Kelly Brickle, which is Sacred Spiral. You also have WLTKDB and Transcend with Debbie on YouTube. And so for those that are following me on my personal page, thank you. And thank you, Jennifer, for being here. So cool to have you guys here. Simon, I know you served as well. And
yeah, I just wanted to say, Debbie, thank you for doing the 4th year on the row. It's an amazing cause for military veterans, and obviously the ripple effect of the mental health issues that you get after that. And yeah, I have been ex-military as well, a veteran myself, in the British Navy. I can totally relate to this, and I understand. And thank you for putting this on, Debbie, more than anything. I'm glad that everything goes to the charity, everything goes to a worthy cause, and that's what this is about. And if anyone's here that doesn't have any links to military on it, that doesn't matter. This is also about mental health. This, as Debbie said, there's going to be healers here. There's going to be all manner of things. So please donate whatever you can, if you can, or just being here and giving your support is enough. So thank you to everyone that's here, and thank you to Debbie for putting this on.
Thank you. So I appreciate that, Simon, and I appreciate you actually being a service. All of us are a service here in one way or another as a community, and there are a lot of things that happen behind the scene that we're not very much aware of. And so if you don't know someone that has served, trust me, you do, because they're protecting all of us. Every one of those, that whether it's a father, a mother, a child, they have someone that's holding space for us in the world to live a better day. When there are things, I have family members, they say they're watching the news, but really what does that mean in a deeper way? They're really watching things that we're very much unaware of that keeps us to have a peace of mind. I've had a lot of family members who served, and I had some friends and family members that also, Michael Christopher, one of them, he served. Thank you, Michael, for being here. And so, we unite together to remember the ones that we lost, not only through mental health, but even we pause for those that continue to battle the journey within, because the journey within to heal is not an easy journey, and it requires professionals. And that is what Mission 22 does. It gives a group of people, social workers, a program where they can get the rehabilitation that's needed for an individual to receive that upliftment, encouragement to say, keep going, we got you, you're going to be okay. And that's what's important, is always to go and get that additional professional care. So with that being said, again, the link again will continue. It's Mission 22. It's going directly to them. And when you donate the money, they do send you a tax form to also report on your taxes. Last year, we raised, I think, almost 1,200 last year. And so, I just here to do my part, and whatever you can all do, We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart, and we say thank you. And so, with that being said, Simon, you ready to hold some space for the community and spirit?
Always ready, girl. Let's rock.
Let's go. Okay, y'all. So, for those that are here, again, if you're wanting to be seen in the comments, please follow me on YouTube or follow the pages that you have in the link so that we can see your comments. Thank you, Angela, for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, is it Mariana? And what does Michael say? I had my days mixed up. I thought the event was taking place on one of the. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. Well, you're welcome to jump in. Callie can send you the link, and you're more than welcome to jump in. This platform is open to anyone that wants to share a story. It's about opening it up to be heard, to be seen, and to also receive. So please join us. Yeah, my date got changed. So this month, yeah, dates have been a little bit of a funny thing with me this month, but I'm working through it. So it's all good, Michael. Jump in. Okay, go ahead, Simon. I'll let you start.
Oh, let me do. Oh, cheers. You know, me go first. Yeah, thanks for that.
Go first. I'll go first. Are you sure?
No. I actually got Stacey. If that's all right, if I can come to
Yeah, let's go.
Stacey, if you're there, sweetie, I do feel like I'm connected to you, if I'm honest. And I don't know if many of you see me work, but I connect to you psychically as well as bring in spirit, and I read your energy just as much, and is what I can do. And as I connect to you and saw your name, Stacey, and I connect to your energy. Oh, my throat is really sort of oh, excuse me, 2 seconds. My throat chakra is really playing up, and I really do feel, and I don't feel it's emotions, I feel it's a communication thing. And I actually get in the words miscommunication. I feel there's a lot of miscommunication going on around you, Stacey, at the moment, for whatever it is in your life. But I feel that there's lots of misunderstandings, lots of miscommunications, and it feels like you're not being heard, or you feel like you're not being understood, and that's causing a frustration within you, if I'm honest. And at the same time, as I'm talking about that, I feel a gentleman coming in, connecting with me, and he's drawing me straight to his chest, and my heart's starting to race. So I feel he had a heart condition or a heart attack of some kind. But he's coming round, and he's got actually quite a calming energy, and he's quite tall, and he's quite I would say skinny, and he's got a real nice calming energy, and he's around you, and he's saying, I'm around you at the moment because you need that calming energy. It's almost like you need that sense of peace at the moment because of that frustration and that discombobulation within yourself. It just feels like you're all frustrated and tight inside, and he's there, I'm around you, I'm trying to calm you. And I feel that you have moments, whether it's you sitting in the bath or sitting on the sofa at the end of the evening, whatever, but you have moments where you just sort of like feel like you just decompress, and it's just and he said, that's when I'm around you, I'm trying to lift off, trying to sort of release that tension. Can you take all? Okay, you've got it, you've jumped ahead of the game. I was going to say Dad, but you beat me to it. Thank you for that, Stacey. He's also telling me, he said, don't give up. He said you're on the right path. It's everybody else that's causing the disruption in your mind, if that makes sense. But I feel that you either have a goal, or you know exactly where you're going to go. And he said you can't take yourself off that path, no matter how hard it may be. So I hope that all makes sense to you. He does wants to recognise or acknowledge a sister around you, and he's rolled his eyes as if to say, I think the sister around you is like, I think she's how can I say it in a nice way, and it's not in a bad way. I think she's like, she could be entertaining, put it like that, and then it's like, but she just wants to acknowledge a sister around you, and rolling the eyes, and he finds it's quite funny or frustrating, but in a funny way. And it's almost like his sister is off the wall a little bit, but in a funny way, like mad as how box of frogs and all that. But oh, what a lovely energy this man has got as well. He's just making me feel really quite calm as well. But would you also understand it's not just your mind? He's also saying, he's actually saying to you, you need to slow down a little bit, Stacia, for you. Be kind to you. Give yourself some self-love. It's almost like you need to just put a few hours each week just aside for you, because you don't at the moment. And it's almost like you're running on self-will. You're running on your own energy. And I feel that it's draining you a little bit. And you're starting to notice how much it's draining you, not just physically, but mentally as well. So he's saying, give yourself some self-love, sweetheart. What else you got for me, sir? Well, he wants to acknowledge the gentleman around you. Stacia, that's on this earth plane, and I do feel like he's an outdoorsman, or he does stuff outdoors, whether it's hunting, fishing, shooting, whatever. But I do feel that there's a gentleman, he just wants to acknowledge him, and he actually wants to tip his hat to him. He actually said, I've got a lot of respect for this male gentleman that's around him, or around you, should I say, because he's saying he stood up to the plate, he stepped up to the plate. He's saying that, you know, he'll look after you almost, but there's a male on this plane that's around you that that's a real man's man, but he's a good guy. He's got principles, he's got morals, he's got integrity, and I feel that he's around you, and he's saying you can rely on this guy. He is your rock, so to speak, or he can be your rock, and he'll take any sort of load that he needs to take if it's for you and to help you. Your husband, there you go, perfect. This guy, your dad's definitely got a lot of respect for your husband. You know, because let's be honest, you know, your daddy's girl, Stacey, you know what I mean? And for dad to turn around and say, yeah, I got respect for the man in your life, that's a high praise as far as I'm concerned. So your dad's got a lot of respect for that man. He's also got a lot of respect for you, Stacey, just as a lady and as a woman, not as his daughter, but for what you stand up for and what you try and, you know, he's saying you stand by your principles and your morals and your beliefs, and he's so proud of you of that, and he wants you to continue being you. He's saying that you've got a fire in you, a real powerful fire in you, and you know what I'm talking about, Stacia. And he's saying link into that fire. That fire is what fuels your inspiration, it fuels your path in life. And he's saying don't be frightened of that fire within you. And he's just given me a bunch of big red roses to you, Stacia, so please take his love. What a lovely man and energy to connect with. Thank you, Stacia. Over to you, Debbie.
Beautiful job, Simon. I read Stacia before. I know her husband. I know read her father in spirit. So I love how he came in and started this off in such a beautiful way. She has a son that serves. And so thank you, Stacia, for being here, holding space and allowing us to bring forward their essence. I know that Father would salute your son. I know that there's a lot of emotions as I feel into this for you. So I feel you've been very emotional. And when you get emotional, they can show me the shake. And I feel like your dad is just saying, it's okay, girl, I got you. I know that also the dog is a dog that comes in that gives you comfort. And this dog is so big. Oh my God. I feel like the dog is just coming and bringing that extra joy, you know, like the little goofy, like what you doing? So I feel very clumsy with this dog, if you would understand this, Stacia. And I know that, you know, the water, the boats, and that always comes through for you, but I feel like I want to give you a cruise. And not only this, but I just feel like I'm also pushing you out of your comfort zone. And so as Dad comes closer, the month of May, the month of November, and the month of December comes forward, as these are things of dates that you're maybe wanting to take into steps of expanding and growing. So yes, you're lay. Oh yeah, Leah. Oh, okay, yeah. Dog is so goofy, so cute. It's very loving energy, you know. And I feel like almost it could be, I don't know why, like a Great Dane or like really big. And I feel like this dog is walking you, right? So if I go back to the dog, it's like the dog's heart. They're making me feel like the heart of the dog was overworked. I feel overtired. They're making me feel exhaustion and making me feel I'm thirsty. So I know this dog was very active, if you would understand this, Stacia, as well. And so I know like so I know like when their father's just coming through, he's like, kudos to you, girl, because you do listen to your body. You do take a break when you need to, and then you keep going. So don't give up on your dreams. And when I say this, again, I always say this, and I feel like he's saying it again, platform reading for you. So get that mic, get your voice going, and speak your truth, because it's about time to step into that power. So he's going to be there for you when you work with me and we get that live gallery going for all of you guys. So it's an honor to have you on here, Stacia. Thank you so much. I'm going to go and see where I'm guided next. So many people pop in and out. And so with this, I like to have a roll call. Who's here? Where you're from? Let's go. Thank you, my beautiful friend. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome,
Brad Wolf. You should use star cards so we can enjoy. What?
There's always one in there. I love
and I read it.
Love it.
That was
Can I
cute.
say that? Go on.
Go ahead. Go
No, I
ahead.
was just going to say, I keep being drawn to Jessie Del Rey, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it. I love me some Jesse.
If that's all right, if I come to you, Jessie, I hope you're there. Oh, there you are, Jessie from California. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. As soon as I connect to your energy, Jessie, oh, what an amazing energy. How God dear, am I going to explain this one? Oh my God, Jessie, as I connect to your energy, oh my Lord, you are literally full of the joys of spring. It's like you're bouncing around, but in a happy way, and you try and enjoy life. You see the great in life, or you try to see the great in life, or there's definitely an energy like that around you. And my head is bouncing around all over the place, and I feel like there's an old TV cartoon in the UK called Magic Roundabout, and there's a character called Zebedee that was literally bouncing around, and it's just bouncing around and just full of joy. And it's like there's so much sunshine around you, and not just California. I feel that there's so much actual sunshine around you, Jessie. I feel that there's a lot of strength around you as well. And I don't know why I'm seeing the flowers, sunflowers. They usually denote strength to me as well, and sun, but I'm seeing that as well. So I don't know if you could take all this so far, Jessie, but oh my God, and you, oh, whoa. You've got a lot of spirit around you. You've got a lot of people in spirit, a lot of people around you. I would also say that there's someone coming forward in particular that you've had head trauma, or I feel that they had dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that that caused confusion towards the end of their life. Can you take this so far, Jessie? Hope Jessie's still there. I've been working on that, especially my confidence. Okay, perfect. Would you understand though about actually I've got a male and a female stepping forward, and I feel that the male towards the end of his life started to get a little bit confused. So like I said, I don't know if that was dementia or Alzheimer's, but I feel that they were using the wrong words, so to speak, and I feel that there was a confusion. But the two of them are coming forward, a male and a female. The female's definitely shorter and the male's taller, and the female, I would say, it's got a few extra pounds, a little bit rounded or whatever. But again, I feel such a jolly energy from this lady, almost like she was known for her laugh. She's showing me that, or they're showing me what you do, Jessie. But I feel that there's someone who's known for their laugh. Good, all I can hear is a laugh, a real belly laugh. And I feel that someone's trying to bring a lot of joy to your life so far. I've just got the word gumbo, so I don't know what that relates to, but I'm getting old Creole side type of music, southern food, not music, southern food. I'm getting that that gumbo, that southern. I'm getting Mississippi. I'm being drawn down to the Mississippi way, down to New Orleans, all around there. So I don't know if you can relate to that, or South Carolina and Tennessee and all that, but I'm being drawn around to that area. Oh, you got a lot of history. You got that. I've literally got lines of spirit here, Jessie, with people that, if that's for me, no, this is you, Jessie. I definitely know it's you. No, I'm being taken. They're just standing there and they're not taking. But there are so many people in the background. What are they all coming here for? I'll just ask them what the message is, Jessie. And this. I feel that you're on the edge of a platform about to take off. It's almost like there's the last little piece that will make sense to you. Something will click in your brain, and they're showing me you're doing a lot of work on yourself. You're doing a lot of understanding of why you do what you do and who you are and how you are and everything else. And it's almost like you're literally one step away, and it's going to be a springboard to you jumping to the next level or being catapulted to the next level. And I don't just mean on the 3D human realm. I also feel that there's a spiritual connection as well. So there's either a spiritual understanding that you'll make sense of, or you'll go to the next level of your spiritual development.
I agree. I see that. I see he's really creative with his herbs and his medicine. So he's got this like little touch to connect with his, I'll say, like I love to make tea. I like to use yababuena, cinnamon. I get the sense that he's very creative in this way, jewelry. So I feel like that whole sacral chakra is just opening up for him. Like I'm ready to create. I'm ready. Like here I am. I'm ready to roar. So you're stepping out of your comfort zone, Jessie. And when you spoke of family members and like people in spirit, I feel like you were tapping into like ancestral roots, like you were
Yeah,
going deep into like
yeah,
the
it was
lineage
like
of
a long line.
who he connects to
Yeah.
on a spiritual level. So these are like guides and spirit teams that were stepping forward, Jesse. Yes, yes, definitely working with on my spirit connection definitely makes sense. Thanks. Yeah, Jesse.
Right.
So now
Sorry to
go
jump
ahead.
in, Debbie. You're bang on,
Go,
exactly. With the
go, get
ancestral,
it.
with the
Yes.
ancestral, she said she's making definitely makes sense. Spiritual, that's the ancestors. Debbie will tell you on our spiritual journey. One of the things we learn is the ancestral line. Everything that comes forward in our DNA and everything else, and various different things. And I feel that's the journey you're on, Jesse. I also feel you're going to be breaking some generational. I don't like the word curses, but I feel like there's some generational things that you're going to be breaking on your spiritual journey. That's made total sense to me now.
Yeah. And so, you know, when we tap into that, there's a lot of history there too. So it's important to understand, you know, it's important to understand why is that land talking to your spirit? Sometimes psychically, we can just be getting information on a place that needs our help, the healing to hold space for the energy to elevate. And so, Jesse, tap into that because psychically, you also are awakened. And when you're psychic, I feel like your heart starts to race when stuff's about to happen. So you get a little bit of an overshadowing with the energy. I feel like your tongue, like your senses, like really get really disturbed. So you're one to like taste. I feel like you're also one to like see. So they're showing me you get a vision, and then you're like, no, I didn't see that. Like, oh my God, no. So, so literally, I see that they're trying to show you because you asked, and then you're like, no. I didn't hear that. So they're like, come on, bro. I'm giving you the info. Like, let's take it. Would you understand this, Jesse? Because that's the sense that we're getting. It's like, we're here to work with you. Okay. Yeah, see, you're laughing because you know, right? So I feel like the earth, like, okay, the vibration of the earth, if we're tapping into the energies, it's like, you know, within that earth, there's medicine, you know, yes, you understand, and you're laughing porque ya sabes.
We've all been there, Debbie, haven't we? You know,
I'll still be like, no, I didn't see that. Like, no, like, I even have to pause and give myself a minute to digest what I just saw. Like, no, but it's part of the process of really using discernment in this work. And when we're using this discernment, what does that feel like for you, and how is it processing? So I feel like the energy rises from the earth. I feel like you're connecting to your psychics abilities, and I feel like your taste, your seeing, all of these senses are like awakening, as Simon says. So use that. Don't push it away. A grandfather in spirit who makes me feel that he's coming in, that's connected to your mother's side, is just making me feel like, a ver, vamos a trabajar. So he's a hard worker. So I know your grandfather on your mother's side was a hard worker. I know that he would have had a heart condition. I know that he would have fallen at some point. And I know that, you know, people try to come help me, is the sense that I get. And I feel like almost you, Jesse, were like, I wanted to like help them, but you got nervous. So there was this little anxiety of like, oh my gosh, you know, you were a young child. And so he's acknowledging the love that you had by wanting to help him the best way you could. But you must understand you were young, and there was only so much that you can do, is the feeling that this gentleman is giving me at this moment. So it's like you get overwhelmed with the need to help. Like people around you need help. And I feel that this is a lot of emotions, but if you can stay in that earth energy, it's going to help you to be of service. Okay, friend? And so I leave you. Yes, you were very young. I'm so sorry. But he knows this, and he saw how overwhelming you were. I know that when he also comes forward, it's so cute because estabas chiquito. I feel like you were going to the yard, and I feel like the yard was full of dirt. You had a little doghouse in the back. I feel like you're going back there, and he's like feeding the dogs, and you would be with him out there really young. I feel like there was bricks and stuff like this. I feel he was lifting. I feel like he would kind of have you put you to work. I feel like you were sweep. And I feel like, you know, if he was working on the car, you would be out there playing outside. And I feel like your sister just gets brought in and you were fight with her. So nothing has changed. You guys are still giving the same brother-sister love. So he's saying to you, be nice to your sister. No te enojes. So he's saying, be nice. And so I do feel this, and I feel like I have to acknowledge also to your grandmother. And I also feel like grandmother here, as I look into her, or I feel into, I try to, but I won't listen. Oh, none of us do, right? We get the message, and it's up to us to let it digest and process and flow into it the way it feels right. But I know that grandma, I feel like she's in there. She's like someone who got the tortillas and the butter, and she would feed him. And so he would show me, como me canté los frijoles con las tortillas and the mantequilla. And oh my God, this man did not watch his diet for nothing. And I feel like the herbs of all of this, I feel like garlic. I feel like I used old school like garlic and cilantro for the menudo, you know? Oh my God, yes. I'll be getting mad and she doesn't listen. Malos los dos. So
No,
I
I
just
just going to say she wouldn't listen. And there's Jessie saying about earlier when she was younger, she wouldn't listen. The apple don't fall far from the tree, does it, Jess?
well, see, here's her sister. Yes, Jessie, be nice to your sister. Be nice, mijo. Exactly. So, you know, I just feel like the love is what your grandfather is reminding of, the healthy eating in the home. And I feel like, you know, he didn't watch his diet. And I feel like there's something about your diet, Jessie, that you've changed or you're paying attention to, whether this is the gluten or whether this is the carbs or the tortillas and the mantequilla, all of that. He's definitely acknowledging the changes that you've done that have been done and out of a beautiful way of your well-being. He says, thank you for taking care of your sister. You know, I'm just giving you a little hard time. And he also gives you respect. So either there was someone here in your family that served, because all of them are coming in like this, respect to you. So you may be a man of few words, but when you have stuff to say, I hear they have, you know, it's like they're listening, because it's almost like it takes you to a place of where you get upset and then you say something, but there's real truth behind it. So you're trying to be kind when you say it. So you're learning to use your words in a more proper way. So congratulations to you. I'll leave you with your grandfather's love and a little bit of that psychic detail on how to continue to step into your power. Thank you, Jessie. Go ahead, Mr. Simon. What you got?
I got Michael Christopher, if that's okay.
Woo!
Michael,
is he still here? Michael Christopher, where you at?
if you're still here, Michael, I need to speak to you, buddy. I've
I'll
got a
text
gentleman
him. I'll be
here
like, Michael, come on.
Yeah, if he is here, so tell him to get his backside back online.
Come back, Michael.
I'll
Come
hold
back.
that spirit when I'm with it. But Jessie, one thing I will say, Jessie, oh, there he is, Michael. Here we are. I'll come back to you, Jessie. What I'm going to say. I've got a gentleman that's connecting to me, Michael. Now, I don't know if it's him or it's you, because I know Debbie said earlier you've served, blah, blah, blah. But I am getting a US Marine uniform, the blue trousers, you know, the dress uniform, the white peak cap, the whole lot. I'm getting a Marine. So I don't know if he was in that or Marines of some kind or whatever. But I'm also, they're showing me, or they're giving me that feeling with you about your energy. It's almost like you are coming into your Emperor energy. You're coming into a point in your life where you're truly believing and completely in sync with who you are. And there's a confidence, there's a knowing that you're exactly on the right path. You may be saying it to the world or to other people, yeah, I know what I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But inside, there's always that little niggle doubt. But there's something that they're showing me. You're growing into your Emperor energy. There's a confidence in you, not an arrogance, a confidence
Nice.
that you know what you're doing is correct and you're doing the right thing. And I feel that there's been a massive transition in your life. Like, it's almost like your life had two halves. I understand about your military thing, and I can relate to it because they're showing my life. I had like one half of my life that was human, you know, and I had spiritual experiences, but didn't do anything. And then I made that decision that I was going to pursue this and do this, you know, and go down the rabbit hole of spiritualism. And here I am today alongside Debbie doing what I'm doing. And I feel you had the same, or you've had similar sort of experience. You had one half of your life that was one way of living it, and now you're living the spiritual life and you're embracing it. And I actually feel a swell of love in your heart. Really quite emotional. I'm feeling the shift, felt lost over the last few, almost. Michael, totally agree. Debbie will tell you a few months ago, I was in the same place. It was that dark spot, but I came through it. And this is the point that I realized. I came through it and I completely surrendered. I completely surrendered to spirit, to energy, to everything. And ever since then, everything's just happened because I've stopped trying to control it. Like a friend of mine said to me today, I took the oars away and I just drifted on my rowing boat. And I feel you're the same. And you had you've got these two lives. You had the normal human life, and now you're living the spiritual life, and you're finally embracing it, because you're embracing it fully, rather than this, like Debbie said earlier, we resist so much as humans, and we get shown by spirit what we should do, and we don't do it, and when it don't go right, we go, oh, when really we just got to let go and resist. And I feel that's what's happening to you. You're really coming into your emperor energy now, because you've gone through the darkness, if that makes sense.
I could feel into that with him. And I know Michael Christopher and a little bit that he has shared. And I know that he's an amazing man. And when you were speaking, I just felt all of a sudden want to take him to Washington. I want to take him to Florida. So I do see him on a platform. I do see him doing this work. But you know, Michael, I know that you do mediumship, but I also know that there's a healing component within your energy here. It's so nice to hear. I literally threw my hands in the air and said, I'm giving it to you, Spirit. Show me the way. That's amen.
Amen. I done exactly the same. I went, that it's all yours. Nothing I can do. All yours. And I done that about 3-4 months ago. Completely changed my life.
Right. I know that we go through different places in our journey, and it's an opportunity to letting go and shifting so that the new energy can come in, and it can be very heavy, and it can be overwhelming. And a lot of people don't understand this. For those that are listening that are not mediums and they want to understand what we experience. And this is an example of how we are accepting how we are and working through it and surrendering to the energies to work through us to hold space. And so, Michael, I'm so grateful that you're here. I appreciate you, friend, but I do see beautiful things for you. And so when I say this, the flowers bloomed, my friend. The flowers have bloomed. And you know, I want to say, I think we met, gosh, okay, what is it? I've been doing this for 4 years online. I think we were in class 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, me and Michael have been in this journey. But what I want to say, Michael, is that hand of yours has the healing energy. And so that same hand, as you hold space for others, allow that to be placed upon your head and allow your family members. So I know that as I say this, I feel that there's another Michael in spirit, or there's a connection to a Michael. And as I say this, I know that I have a brother or a family member stepping forward. I already know that you have a sister based on your story in spirit. I know that you had your personal health conditions that you speak of. And I know that the guitar is the way that you bring information forward. It's like, this is your muse. This is how the music speaks to you. And I feel like you and your brother were like that. Beavis, yes, Cindy Costas class. That's where we were. But you know that Beavis and Butthead, like dun, 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 dun. Like I feel like you and your brother had this like vibe, like yeah, let's go, you know. And I feel like they're taking me to this place of like of where you just lost that hope, because you're like, how could this happen? How could this? It was like you had a pause, and you know, you lost so many family members in such a young way, and they're making me feel that this energy was on your shoulders, and you just, when you surrendered and you were by a tree, you were outdoors, you were in your motorcycle. And I know, Michael, that I want to give you hair as your hair goes, but I know you ain't got no hair. So that's your brother. That's your brother talking to you as your hair hits the air. And I feel like this is where you, spirit, universe, this is your private time. And they show me you kicking the dirt, kicking rocks. And you said, okay.
I also want to say just quickly as well to Michael, Debbie mentioned about music and all that, and I totally get that, because I was getting that, but I also getting it on a spiritual level, Michael. You're understanding frequency, vibration, sound, harmonics. There's something I'm seeing, singing bowls, gongs, things like that, different frequencies, solfeggio frequencies, and I feel that's coming into your life, or you're getting an understanding of it, or spirit are telling you to sort of go down that road or something, but I'm seeing that as well. So music, massive.
Mm-hmm. Sound healer, that's right, Christy? I love that for him. But not only that, his voice. His words need to be heard. And I feel like there's a woman that feels very motherly to him. And I feel like as she steps forward, and I don't know his life about his personal life when it comes to family, but and the living here, but I do feel that there is this love that just wants to come to you, this empathy, this I'm sorry, this is like, I want to support you, Michael, and I want to give you that extra boost to continue, right? And I feel like she's rooting you from where maybe not within where you can see her, but I feel like she's rooting you. Like she's there, but she's like, I got you quietly. She's like, it's like a silent support, but she's got you. Does that make sense? She feels you, she sees you, and oh my gosh, I feel like I just want to be there for you in so many ways, and she's there to work through you, with you, if you let her. So I hear the name Sally too. So I don't know if you have a connection to a Sally, but I also hear the name Sally as well. I do know that Jennifer is also a name that's coming through. I do feel auto writing is going to be important for you, but when I say this, it's also because of a book. And I feel like this is going to help the men that served. This is going to help men. And I feel like you either told the universe, I need to do something to help the men who are awakening in this way and don't understand it, because it is very different, because there's a lot of us women that do this work. And so Spirit is giving you that inspiration and that little nudge to keep going. So those names that resonate, listen and hold on to them, okay? And we'll leave you with that. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. And for those, really quickly, Simon, I just want to put the link up again for anybody who would like to donate directly to Mission 22. Kelly, can we put that? Shout out to your aunt. Oh, okay. Can we put the link up again for those who anybody wants to donate? $5, $10. Today is about Mission 22. It's honoring those who served, honoring those that we lost to mental health, and those that are continuing to need the upliftment. And the money goes directly to Mission 22, and they will send you a tax return for your taxes for donating. So thank you so kindly, everyone, for holding space. This is a beautiful event that all of you get to watch, and we will be here for another 4 or 5 hours. So let's go.
I just want to jump into that. Someone's asked a question, and I think it's a genius question. How can you keep a happy thought? Anthony Lewis asked the question, how can you keep a happy thought? And I love that. And I just want to say to people, past, present, and future happens all at the same time. So how do you keep a happy thought? Take your mind to that place. Take your mind to that thought. Imagine that you're there. You will feel it. You will be it. You will relive it. And that will be the happy thought. And that will create that happiness, that happy thought in you. And you keep that. It's the same as anything. You know, we reminisce and we remember times, and not only do we remember times, we remember how we felt in that moment. It's because past, present, and future happen all at the same time. We can take our consciousness to that place, not just experience it, but feel it like we were there again, and it will fill you with those loving feelings that you get, that happy thoughts, whatever, but you'll feel that in the present moment.
Right.
So that's one way of happy thought.
I agree. And I also think too, you know, when we're in the spirit world so much, our energy is not present. We're out there, we're connecting, we're active, we're wanting to know. And so it's like, how do we take ourselves out of that energy and to be present? And I remember asking one of my mentors, how do you not get so much information? Because she was like this massive person that holds space for people around the world, like just a lot. And she's like, Debbie, I just do the dishes. And I thought about that. I was like, you want me to clean? But it helps take the mind out of the overthinking for me. And it also gives you an opportunity to bring your awareness into something different. I color. So coloring, the colors also have a healing energy to it. And so you're working with the colors will also help. And for me, when my mom passed, I started coloring. I would bring in the colors to myself with the energies, and I would make the intent that every time I brought in the colors, I was bringing them back to me. And so I would just keep every day. And then I started doing spirit art, and I was like, whoa, how am I doing that? So find something that's going to ignite your passion to create will help. It's not an easy journey. And then also speaking to someone that can hold space for you in a way that's positive without judging. You've got to find either a professional that you can speak to, also to a friend that is loyal, that can just be very passive with the energy to hold space in the most highest loving way for you. I am honored to have Kelly, Jennifer, and also Simon, where we all kind of connect and we're just like, hey girl, what's up? How you feeling? And we feel the energies and we're like, the energy's popping today, or this is happening. And so, you know, find that crowd of tribe for sure. And so
people call it your soul tribe, but basically,
so
like Debbie says, find the people that you can relate to and you don't feel stupid to, you can unload to and speak to, and they'll just totally get you. And when you find people that you can offload to like that, it makes life so much easier.
I love what she said. Tap into your third eye, whistle in a happy thought. That's really cute. Like, okay, for me, my grandbabies, like I watch them and it's like, what can you think about that's going to bring joy, right? So I'm like, Simon knows I went on vacation and I hadn't gone on vacation in a long time. And Callie also knows this, like, wow, you really did unplug. That was hard not to take calls. And it was hard not to be like, oh my God, I got to schedule this. I got to schedule that. Like that was a very difficult thing because I'm always active. And so when I did that, I got to sit and listen to the babies laugh. I got to play golf. And these are things that I normally wouldn't do because I'm the girl that is at a restaurant and the music's going and I'm working.
The video? Is that what you called it? Playing golf? I don't think you were playing golf, but you were trying to.
You know, we were on the third floor and I was at the edge, which means is that if I fell, I would be on the net. And my son was like, please don't fall, Mom. Please don't fall, Mom.
Yeah, don't follow through with the club, Mum.
And then, so they changed my club to a smaller club, but I enjoyed it. And those are things that I normally don't do because I'm constantly in that work mode. And I hope this helps for those that are listening. Every little thing that you can do that takes the mind away from channeling will give you the opportunity to redirect the energy in a positive way, whether it's music and dancing. After I was done filming yesterday, I went to the beach and I just went and I threw myself in circles. And I was like, yes, bring in the air, bring in the earth, bring in that water. Let's go. So let's keep it rolling because we can go on and on about this topic. Anthony, thank you for the question. And we're going to everybody here, if we can send Anthony just some extra love to have that extra boost from spirit to help him feel good, right? Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah, creating memories with the family. Yes, Erica, exactly. Jennifer, thank you for sending the hearts. Miguel Gonzalez, mi amor, thank you for watching. Zoe, thank you for watching. Gwendolyn, thank you so much for your support. Her husband has been in the military for 30 years and helps all this. Okay, let's see what she's saying. Thank you for doing this beautiful event. Being a military spouse of 30 years and helping the spouses all those years brought love to her heart. So thank you from the bottom of her heart for the support that has fought for those who served. Thank you, Gwendolyn, for even just, holding space for everybody because that is a community of its own. I have an aunt, when they come, they have their own place where they stay. They have a place where they come together and they really do unite. And it's about taking care of each other. And this is what you're witnessing here. All of you know each other, Cheyenne, Iris, Violet, like all of you guys recognize each other when you show up to support Callie, Simon, or myself, or Jennifer. You are a community that's building to hold the energy for each other. So thank you, Gwendolyn, for your husband, and thank you for all the listeners that always come through to hold space. Thank you.
I just got to say, because there's some people commenting on my page as well. So hello to Yvonne, Michelle, Gillian, Diane, Christine, Michelle Harris. Yeah, apologise, I'm not seeing your comments. If you go on to Transcend with Debbie or whatever,
YouTube.
Or on YouTube, Transcend with Debbie on YouTube, then we'll see your comments better. But it's linked, so it's going to different pages, but we only see one or two streams of comments. So we do apologise for those that are listening. But if you go to Transcend with Debbie on YouTube, then we'll be able to rock and roll and see your comments.
Right. And don't forget to share. Don't forget to follow Sacred Spiral. Please give my girl Kelly Brickle a follow and give her some support. Follow Simon, WLTKDB, and Things Network. Like, shout out to all of you guys holding space and letting us rock and roll for spirit and community, and for those who served in mental health. Like, this is a huge thing that we're doing, where we're able to give our space, our platform, for all of us to come together. And Zoe's also saying her son is in the military and it's hard work. It is. It is really hard work. You know, I had an uncle, and I was, okay, fun fact. See, I'm a squirrel, right? Fun fact. I always wanted to be airborne in the Army because he was in the Army. And I used to think, oh, I'm just going to go and jump out of the plane and like just let everything go. And I just would visualize that all the time. And, you know, because he got to travel and he got to go to these different places. And it was just, to me, it was amazing. All the different places that he got to be part of. And he never knew this about how I felt about it. But for me, like, he was an inspiration. Like, he would go to Germany. I would come back with little prizes, the cuckoo clocks and the cups. And, you know, go to Japan, I get more prizes. And so there's a lot of memories that I have from those who served, for sure. And as they traveled. So fun fact, Debbie wanted to be airborne. I never made it that far. I guess Spirit was like, no, girl, you can't go.
Welcome, Yvonne. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Chrissy.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Let's go. Let's do some more reads. Go ahead. Do you want me to start, Simon, and see where I go?
Yeah, see where you go. But I was picking up Aspen Hoyos.
Aspen? Where are you at again? Aspen?
There we are, Aspen Hoyos. I hope I've pronounced it correctly.
Oh,
Aspen.
I know Aspen. Hi, mi amor. Thank you so much for being here. I've read for Aspen very quickly. I have read for her before. She was a student of mine, so thank you for being here. As I find this here, I'm going to channel in. I feel psychically, I feel like my stomach is very sick. I feel I'm very nauseous at the moment. But when I say this, Aspen, I feel like this is how Spirit connects to you. And I feel like also, too, when I'm coming into your energy, I know that this is in reference to your mom. So I know that you're very sensitive to your mom's energy. As I know this, I don't know if you're in this, well, I feel that you're in a situation where mom, either you're thinking of moving her or relocating her. If you would understand this, a yes and a no, and I don't know, because I feel that grandmother now is coming forward in spirit. So if I'm going to grandmother in spirit, she's acknowledging your mother and you also. And I feel like she's just coming up to like give you guys this extra boost of energy, if you would understand this. And I don't see you here, Aspen. Can you let me know where you're at with this? In the past, yes, and not recently. Thank you. Okay. So I have to say, is there something about feeding, or as the energy comes closer, I feel like I'm having trouble eating. And so about the moving with mom's location, I feel like, and I feel very sick as I continue to say this. So there's this feeling of illness with eating. And so I feel like as the energy comes closer, I feel like your grandmother is acknowledging some smoking or cigarette smoking as well. So I know as I feel into her energy, I just feel like she was someone who was a worrier and then just would be like concerned. If you would understand this impression that it's being placed upon me. And I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I understand that. While we're waiting, I'm also going to jump in this area, and I would say on a spiritual level, Aspen. Debbie said it earlier about the stomach things. She wasn't a smoker at all.
So
I do. Go on, Debbie.
Go ahead. So maybe I'm with someone else, because if she can't take that, I might be with someone else. So go ahead, Simon.
I'm going to let you carry on with your link and work out who it's with, but I'm definitely with Aspen, so we can come back to Aspen after you finish your link.
Okay. So let me open it up, because Aspen could not understand this, which means is that I'm obviously connecting to a woman who's also acknowledging mother in the hospital, needs to be moved. I feel that the grandmother was a smoker, very sick to my stomach. I would have had trouble eating. And I have to acknowledge a young child here. Oh, you vape, but she wasn't till the year after she passed. Okay. Okay. She wasn't a smoker at all. You're the smoker. Okay. And do you understand? Let me see if I can get some more evidence. Grandmother's in spirit, and this would be your mom's mom. I like to verify that. I feel like I'm being acknowledged to like a trailer home or some type of RV home living. So I have to talk about that to see if I'm still with you. I have a 3-year-old. Yes, mom's mom. Thank you, Lorraine Clark, my sweet soul.
What I'm going to do, say, is Aspen, when I connect into you and I feel that stomach churning that Debbie was on about, but I feel this is more showing me, spirit showing me your spiritual connection, clairsentience. I feel you don't just get stomach issues and butterflies and anxiety and stuff like that. I feel that you feel, and you're starting to really become aware of that, and you're starting to understand all these years that you thought this was that and that was this and this was that ailment and that was that problem. You're starting to now connect the feelings that you're getting in your stomach and your intuition and your spiritual insight, your clairsentience and how you physically feel, and you're starting to correlate it with people that are around you. So if there's someone around you who's angry, sad, depressed or whatever, you will feel that energy. And I feel that you're really starting to piece the dots together, and I feel that your consciousness is like slightly out of yourself, and you can look down upon situations and go, I get it now, and you can start to place how things are happening. And I feel that there's an understanding within you and your human self. You're starting to get the correlation between you, your human self, you, your higher self, and spirit and the universal energy, and you're starting to be able to connect things and understand how everyday things start affecting your life.
Right. And it's very heavy because my stomach's just churning. So I know she's really like in it. So
well, there's a lot of changes going on in her life. She's just putting a lot of decisions to be made.
Yes, I could talk about go ahead.
Trust your gut instinct, I think Spirit is saying, with all these changes, with all these decisions that have to be made. Debbie can agree with me here. If we trust our gut instinct, we can't go wrong. Right. Don't get me wrong, when changes happen, it causes disruption because that's part of changes. But go with it, go with the flow of the energy, go with the changes, make the decisions that feel right to you, and you'll find after a period of time, you'll come out the other side stronger, better, and grown beyond belief.
I feel like she's in a race. I don't know if she's in a race within her for herself. It's like she's put these expectations on herself where she's like, I got to do this. I got to do that. So it's like, babe, just take your time. You know, it's like you have this.
I understand about the pressure. I feel it's more, I totally agree, but pressure on it. It's more not a pride, but it's like, I feel, Aspen, you want to do this. It's like you're independent. You're a very strong-minded woman, and it feels like, and I think Debbie's right. You put way too much pressure on yourself, but don't ever see doing anything wrong or something not going right as a failure. It's not. It's actually another positive. You've just learned another way how not to do something.
Exactly.
It's only human that sees it as a failure.
Right. I see her journaling. I see this like brown tan book, and I feel like she sits on the edge of the couch. There's a little light next to her, and I feel like this is where she's got that blanket there. There's like a turquoise brown kind of color around you, and I feel like the baby's next to you, and they're just acknowledging like you having this book, and you wrote your expectations for the next 5 years, and it's like you're studying, you're trying to do jewelry, you're doing these essential oils, and you're trying to speak to spirit, and it's like all of it. Yeah, see, there she goes. She said it right here. Absolutely. I'm trusting the process. Very scary, but trusting it all. But yes, the timing is very critical and seems like it. So it's career-wise, home, personal. There you go. Wanted to eat. Don't be surprised when a plate is full. Yeah. So it's just take your time. And as Simon says, these expectations, you're in charge of it. Let it roll the way that it needs to in a very gentle way. Be kind to yourself as you're going through this journey. I don't know about you, Simon, but when I first started awakening, I was like, oh my God, I need my crystals. I need this crystal. I need this crystal. I'm going to this sound healing. I got to go to this breathing journey. I'm going to go try this. Oh my God, they have an event over there. Oh, I got to go. And then I'm like, oh my God, why am I purging so much?
How am I going to do so much? But it gets overwhelming. Trust me, it does. And you're right. And trusting and surrendering to the process is vital. But once you, like you say, Debbie, once you go through all this and you learn and you realize, yeah, it's okay to have crystals. Yeah, it's okay to do this and that and everything else. But what you do is while you're doing it, you're learning the energy. So when you don't have time to do this and do that, oh my God, I haven't got time to do this ritual or that ritual. You don't need to. Just take yourself to that energy. Just take yourself to that energy. Job done. It's no different to learning how to ride a bike. When you get on the bike when you're a kid for the very first time, you don't just suddenly speed off and you can ride a bike. It takes time to learn it. And then suddenly you just get on a bike and ride it because you know how to do it. It's the same process. When we go through the process, we have a little bit of discombobulation, a little bit of disruption, and then we learn how to do it. And then suddenly we can just switch it on and off.
Right. And that's the rhythm of as you are now living the energy. You are now embodying the energy. You've now integrated the energy. And so when we no longer can show up to a class, or you no longer can go to the circle, or you can no longer do that, your body's saying, thank you, I've learned what I can, let me keep it moving. So it's always an experience. It's always an opportunity to give gratitude for that moment and keep it going. And then you integrate it when you need it and how you feel that your spirit is asking to receive those energies. So trust the process, mi amor. Dale tiempo, bring it back. Grandmother's like, I got you. I got your mom. If you can watch the smoking, that was something that definitely comes through. And I feel like this is affecting your throat just a bit here. And so I feel like this is a way that you calm yourself when you're like just chilling and looking at the sunset. I feel like this is a way that you brought the energies to relax you, but they're saying, okay, now do some breathing journeys, like breath work, to kind of help that breath to calm. Because I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but sometimes when the energy comes close and it can make us feel very anxious, it's like the breathing will help with that. So I say thank you, Aspen. We'll leave you with grandmother's love. Keep it going, girl. They got you. Simon, do you want to close with a card for the group today? Or is that for Aspen?
That's for Aspen.
Okay, go ahead.
Cards. Six of Swords, transition. It's exactly what we've just been talking about, Aspen. Transition. Six of Swords. It's also a victory. I see Six of Swords as a victory. Six is also a magical number, energetic number. It's amazing. And it's exactly what it says is you're transitioning. You're now living and breathing this spiritual life, this spiritual energy. You're starting to understand how it interacts with your everyday life and how you can transmute energy to make it become what you want it to become. So you're having this transition. So that's why you're so much going on, personal, career, home life, everything is decisions being made. You're going through that transition.
Yeah, that's a hard transition. We all go through it, baby. So give yourself grace when you're going through it. And that's some of the things that, we get all these tools and we learn all these things, but we also forget to give compassion to ourselves. Respect, not only respect where we are, honoring where we are, giving ourselves grace and love. And so, Simon, amazing job in starting us off. You're more than welcome to stay. Backstage, we got Claire Maria coming in. You want to stay for some spirit art and some trance? It's up to you, my friend.
I'll see you again a little bit later. I'm going to do a couple of things, grab something to eat, and then I'll be back.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Simon, for donating your time in honor of Mission 22 and mental health. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend. Yeah. See you later.
See you later.
Bye. Hi. Hello, Claire Maria. Welcome to the stage. Yes, girl. Thank you so much for being here. Please let people know. Go ahead. Who you are and what you do, Claire.
I'm Claire Maria. I'm a spirit artist. I'm a trance medium for spirit art for 20 years, long journey, and trance for about 4 years.
Beautiful. And so, can you see the comments within your page?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to say some hellos to people?
Hello to everyone, Miguel. Hello.
And Claire, I'm gonna hold space with you, and I'm gonna let you start because I know you work so differently, and I'll sit here and I'll just add to whatever comes through for you. Okay? So everybody, let's hold space and welcome Claire.
I've got to just move my camera around. Can everyone see that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I have a little boy. He's been with me all day. He shows himself as a 5-year-old, and then I see him as a teenager. He's got beautiful auburn. It keeps showing me his hair, beautiful auburn red hair, and he died about 5 years old, and has been in spirit quite a few years, because he's shown he's about 16, 17 years old now. Okay, let me start. He's got a beautiful. He wants me to draw him as a 5-year-old.
Okay. So he would be about 16 now, and he passed at 5.
Yeah.
And do you
Yeah.
feel his mother's here? Because I feel a mother here. Do you feel his mother's listening?
I do. I see a blonde lady, fair lady. His mum. He wants to be shown as a 5-year-old so his mum can recognise him.
Okay.
He's saying, I need to let my mum know that I'm okay. I'm happy. And he's desperate to get that, a message to her to say that he's okay. He's with family. He's happy. I feel he passed with an illness. Something with the blood. He's saying lymph nodes, something, blood issues.
I could feel into the iron, having issues with iron.
Yeah. It happened gradually over a year or maybe more. Became very weak. I'm asking a little boy to come forward, or the teenager. He's saying, listen, Mum, it was so peaceful when I passed. It was the most amazing thing. Oh my God, he's saying, it's the most amazing thing. I just fell asleep and then I drifted out of my body. And everything that I didn't believe that people told me, or certain people, came true. It's true, Mum, it's true. Everything they tell you is true. The unconditional love. I was met, grandparents met him. They were there to meet him, and they just surrounded him with love, hugged him, and showed him where to go. He says, everything in my life was perfect, Mum. You gave me everything. I love you so much. And you mustn't feel guilty about anything. It wasn't your fault. It was my time. A short time on the earth, but my life, as short as it was the most amazing thing. And you're such an amazing mother. He's been trying to get through for a long time to get this message to her. I feel like she's very down at the moment. I'm getting the name Debbie, or Debs, or Deborah. He loved cars when he was a little boy. He loved cars and trucks. He said, oh, I had loads of trucks, big pile of them. And when they went out, he would look at all the trucks and say, oh, wow, look at that one, and desperately wanted to have a truck when he got older. Big red one. I think he just started school, and he was very popular at school. Uh, a very popular boy. He was loving, he was funny, everyone loved him. And he so embraced life in the first 5 years of his life. Okay. He's saying he helps from the other side.
Okay.
How do you help? He's saying teenagers that are struggling in their life. I mean, emotions, depression, suicidal thoughts. He likes to help, send love, surround them, and that's what he likes to do in the light. He likes to help. He does visit his family, especially his mum and his dad. I feel there's some siblings, brother and a sister, and he actually watches them and looks over them, especially his mum. They were very close. He's a very intelligent little boy, very energetic. I see him bouncing around, playing. He just loved his life. He's saying to his mum, "Look out for me, Mum. I'm always trying to give you messages that I'm with you." He might try and the lights go off, or the TV might go off. He's saying, "That's me. That's me, Mum." Oh, and he likes to hide things or drop things. Something will suddenly drop off the table or something. He's a very loving little boy with a big heart, and he tries to give that to other people and help. He's saying his mum is having troubles at the moment, and he's desperate to tell her that everything will be okay.
Let's see if someone could take that, Claire. Let's see if anybody can receive it. Can anybody here understand a young child who would have passed at 5, a young boy, who would have had something that would have happened with their blood? I do feel also that they're acknowledging mom. They also have siblings, as Claire's bringing forward. This child was very popular, also loved his little trucks. The name Debbie or Deborah is also a name that is coming forward, not necessarily meaning that it's a name that's yours, but someone that either you may know as well. I do feel, as she said, grandparents met him from the other side. I do feel it's interesting. I know someone here said Dutch, but there's something here, a little bit connection to Dutch. I don't know why I want to say Dutch. If anyone could understand this, if we can bring the picture a little bit more closer, Claire, that then we can see. Hello, Carolyn May. Oh, there you go. So are we able to zoom in on that, Callie, just a little bit? There we go. This is the imagery that she's bringing forward for him. Ooh, let me put my face back.
Sorry.
We want the other one, Kelly. The other page. Yes. There you go.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
See, sorry.
Very cool.
What else is he saying? He's saying, "Mummy, please don't give up. It's all going to be fine." He's saying everything's going to work out. I think there's some financial worries, some arguments, she's really having a tough time. But he's saying, Mum, there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to be over soon. This will pass. He's saying, it will pass, Mum. He's saying, trust me. It's very sweet. He's saying, I'm always with you, Mum. I'm always with you. Always. I hear your thoughts. I hear them. All the good things in life are coming to you, he's saying.
So we do have someone here, Michelle is saying that it could be Paul's Facebook that knows him. So someone who's watching from a different Facebook page can understand this.
Ah, okay, that's good. Yeah, he's clapping his hands now.
Yay!
Saying, yeah, thank God. Someone's recognised me. He's got all excited now, slow down. Oh, okay. He is very talented, this little boy. He wanted to do so much in his life. He loved animals. He had connection to all animals. He did say he was very impatient, and when he wanted something, he wanted it now. Didn't want to wait. Like all children, I suppose. What else is he wants to say that his mum will have a change of career or a job offer coming to her, and he's saying, please trust me, Mum, everything will work out more than what you think, more, even more, because he says it's all coming to you. He says, do not lose hope.
It's so hard to lose a child and to lose someone so early. And I just feel like this little boy is just saying it was my time to go. You know, I feel like there's a memory in his PJs, and those PJs have those little slippers on it. So it's like the winsies. And I feel like this is how the mother holds him and sings the song, You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. And there's a teddy bear that's connected to this young boy as well. And so I know that there was a wooden chair that was next to the bed because his mother's never left his sight. And so I feel like this woman just really sat and just kind of watched as the window was behind her. I feel like she would read to him. And it was like, you know, Three Little Bears. Like, I feel like she would read the Three Little Bears to him because that's what's coming to my impression. And I feel like the father like held on to so much energy. Instead of going in, he would watch from the door. And so I know he was holding space in such a beautiful way by looking at the door and opening up the door, and the child could see him as he really looked in. I feel like I also hear the name David. So either there's a connection also to the name David as well. And it's interesting because I just want to give this person, this father and this mother, that upliftment to know that he felt their love, you know. And sometimes when we're holding space from afar, it's still felt. And I could tell that this child just could see how hard it was for the father to watch him either have a tear or to cry. And that's that acknowledgement is being given to the mother and the father at this moment. If you would understand this, I know it's on Paul's page, but if you can jump to the YouTube and we can see your comments on Transcend with Debbie or Things Network or Sacred Spiral or WLTKDB radio, we can see your comments. So there, if you're going to a year, are you getting a year when they passed?
Okay. Oh, what's it going?
I want to go on this.
2000. If he's 16 now.
So if my son is 17, he's 2007. So he had it been about, 2007, 2008, 2009.
About that, yeah.
You're making me use my thinking here, taking me out of the energy. I was like, wait a minute, not you. You didn't do that. So, would you like to leave with a message, Claire?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. He wants to say to his family, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm loved, I'm happy, I'm happy. Don't think of me ill or sick. Think of me happy. The love is still there in my heart for all my family. And I'm with grandparents here. My life was perfect. My life was perfect. And I love you very, very much. And I continue in the light to do what I love. I continue. It doesn't stop when you pass over. You continue to learn. I'm still at school. I'm still learning. I'm still going to be what I wanted to be when I was on the earth plane.
Yes.
I never feel lost, Mummy, and all to all his family. Never feel lost. Life goes on, he's saying, and I'm with you. He says, I love you always.
Yes. Beautiful message. And the last memory he gives me is Christmas. I feel the father had to pick him up and put him on the couch. And I feel like they fed him so he could be next to the tree. And I feel like this picture of this is either by the mantle, by the chimney. And I feel like the hat, and to create this loving family memory of the traditions of the food, even though the tummy was upset to eat, I can definitely feel the father just wanted to include this child so deeply in the everyday normal things. And so lots of love for the person who could receive this on Paul's page. I'm so sorry that we couldn't see your comment because we are running on, I think, 8 or 10 pages right now. So I'd like to bring in Alice Trevor with us. Is that okay, Claire, that we bring her in as we continue?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Alice Trevor in that.
Hi.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, where did you go? There you are. Hi, Claire, Alice, Claire, and
Hi.
we're gonna let Claire do her thing,
Hi.
and we're gonna also hold space. She's gonna take us into some trance healing as well. So, Claire,
Lovely.
we're gonna follow your lead, and me and Alice will follow you and how you need us. Okay? So
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
and then we'll
I'll
go
just
to
bring my
you
guide
next.
through, is that okay? Just bring my guide through, is that okay?
Yeah.
Just give me a few seconds. Hello, my friends. Hello. Hello to everyone who's watching. I am pleased to be here. All the souls watching, all of you watching. Well, what can I say to all of you? Well, as you know, everyone has the light with them, within them, around them. No matter how lost you are, you always have it, my friends. Always, even if it's a little spark. And I would like to say, everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a purpose here to learn, to develop. Life is very hard on the earth. I know that. I know. We all get lost. Sometimes, at one time in our life, we get lost, don't we? Yes. But always listen to that little voice within, the gut feeling in your heart. Listen to it always. Do not feel completely lost. Do not feel lost, my friends. You all have guides, a spirit team, all around you. But for them to help you, you must ask. They cannot interfere in your life. You have to ask them for help, and they will come forwards. Believe, my friends, believe. You are never alone. Never alone. Yes. The more you believe and trust, the more good will come to you. Do not get lost in your worry and your anxieties. Do not get lost in them. This is the mind wanting to control you. Yes. Everyone here watching has a purpose and is loved. Do not get lost in your anxiety. Always trust in that gut feeling. Always the gut feeling. And it is never wrong, my friends. It is never wrong. I would like to say that I love everyone that's watching. And for those who organised this event, what a marvellous and wonderful thing. With much love from the other side. We are all here giving you energy. We're all here boosting you and giving you love, and you are all loved. And I leave you with that very short message. God bless, my friends. God bless. God bless.
Thank you, Claire, for that beautiful message.
Right.
Would you mind sharing with the community what you experienced and how they would understand what you just did for someone who's never witnessed a trance speaking?
It's kind of like you're standing out of your body, but you're listening, and they take control of your voice. Some of it I remember, most of it I don't. I remember the first few words, and then it just happens automatically. They start speaking. It's a gradual thing. It's taken me quite a long time to feel your guide's energy and build that up, build that connection up. And then you have to speak in order for them to start speaking. You don't just speak. They don't just speak. You have to start speaking. Sometimes they give you the words that they want to speak, and you say them, and then they come forward and take over.
Yeah, it's a beautiful process. You're bringing the presence, you're bringing the essence, and you're connecting to a soul that wants to share knowledge and inspiration. And so if anyone here has never experienced this, she is bringing the full-on energy vibration of that spirit that would like to help for us collectively. So there is an echo. Just by chance, does anyone have a phone or something that's listening? Do you guys have it on another device?
No.
No. There was a little echo there. I heard the echo too, Tina. Thank you. We'll have to watch that to see where it's coming from. But beautiful job. If Alice and I start to read, would you like to draw while we're reading?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, Alice, I'd like to pass the mic to you to see the comments and see what comes to you, and we'll see what Claire comes with, and we will all just work together as a team. So, Alice Trevor, the floor is yours.
It's mine, is it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Okay. So I have a gentleman stepping forward. He was a young man when he passed the spirit world. He shows me himself. Well, he presents himself to me with dark hair, I can also see a dark beard with him as well. And as I know I'm going to a foreign country here with him, but as it comes forward, I don't know if the kind of is it Arabic language would come into play with this. But I did get Arabic or Arabic. I wasn't hearing it clearly, but I did get Arabic. I know he spoke another language as well as English too. I know he passed really quickly to spirit world. And as he comes forward, he says his father is in spirit as well. Now, now there is somebody that's just came up there. Yeah,
I see that. They're saying,
Yeah.
please, which country I find easy arrangements to go for job. So not sure if that's for them, but continue, Alice. I think it's just a spam. It's a spam.
is it? Okay.
Yeah. Kelly, we have a spam.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as I see this gentleman, I know he spoke another language. I know he was young before he passed the spirit world. I know as well he talks about living in the UK as well as living in a foreign country. So I feel he may have transported back and forward this gentleman. As he comes in here, he makes me feel very quite shy. I feel he's quite a shy man. Okay. I don't feel he was forward in any way, but I also feel his passing was quite there was quite a traumatic passing with this man. It's not like a normal ill health with him. Okay. I feel there's a little bit more there involved with him. Okay. So I don't know if anyone's understanding any of it yet. All right. But this is what I'm getting from him. Also, I don't know if the name Lou or Lou would mean anything, or if that's short for Louis. But I also just got that coming in there as well. Louis or Lewis. I got that name coming in. He also takes me to, I can see now, I'm wondering if this man was actually in the war at one point, because I'm actually seeing now, which I'm seeing lots of men. I'm seeing lots of, yeah, this looks like a war zone actually. So I don't know if he was in the army or some, not the army. He wasn't in the army, but he was in, yeah, I feel he was in a military connection. There's a military connection now coming in with him as well.
Ooh, I got chills with that when you say that. So I also feel grandfather being acknowledged. I do hear the name Stephen as well coming forward with this person. I feel there's a lot of pride into this house. I feel like there's a number of 56 that either is on the property. So I know that the address, there's a connection to the address, like on a big countryside on a hill. I feel like the house either has the number 5 and the 6 and a 1 and a 7 in there because they're acknowledging that for me at this moment. I feel like this gentleman worked really hard. There's a truck and they're like loading the truck. So I know he was a hard worker. I feel like my hands are like achy because I worked so hard. So I know I would have developed some type of form of arthritis or some type of discomfort in my arms as they're weakened. I also know that this person is acknowledging the pride and gratitude for the home. The wife, he makes me feel like she was this woman who, this grandmother who makes me feel like I'm baking bread, like homemade bread, like the flour from the yard. I feel like I'm getting my food from the earth. I feel like I planted everything. I feel like their water was gone to get a well. I know you mentioned UK, but now I'm getting taken to Scotland as well. So there's also a connection to Scotland. And Louis's name is coming up again. So there is a connection to Louis or Lewis that needs to be acknowledged, which I feel is a connection to the service as well, Alice. Yes. Yeah,
because he did give me Lou. He did give me Lou, but I've just spelled it out wrong. I spelled it as Lou. But he definitely gave me Lou. Do you know something else though that I've just got? I know I said about the Arabic. I feel he had another language there, but I also got there very strongly Turkey. I got Turkey as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And not the turkey they eat, the country. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if anyone could understand this. please let us know, because I know we're on multiple pages. I did put the links. Kelly put the links for WLTKDB, Sacred Spiral, Transcend with Debbie, which gives you permission, access so that we can see the names. If any of this resonates with anybody, please let us know.
Okay. Right. I did say I felt Dad was in spirit. I also feel his mum's in spirit as well.
Mm-hmm.
This man has been all around the place, you know, because he's now giving me London as well. He's now giving me London to travelled about. He worked from the early hours of like 5, 6 in the morning right up until very late at night. But he is presenting himself with dark hair, and I can definitely see where there would have been a dark beard here. Not a big beard, but there's definitely a dark beard here that he has, but not full, not really full. But he's shown that to me as well. Real dark, piercing eyes, but he's showing me himself more younger, not older. So he seems to be taking me back in time a little bit here. And I also feel there would be a daughter connecting with him too.
Right. I was acknowledging he was coming forward because someone is sick with cancer, and they're acknowledging this and acknowledging the illness that's happening within the family at this moment. So I agree with you, Alice. Yeah.
There's a daughter who's quite worried and concerned about at this moment in time. Okay. So there's no takers at the moment there.
Yeah. Let's give it a chance to see if anybody could understand this. I know we're on multiple pages and we're not seeing all the comments again. Please follow on StreamYard, through Transcend with Debbie. I put the link in on the comments as well. Kelly Brickle is on Sacred Spiral, Things Network, and WLTKDB. I know it's difficult because we're all on different pages here, so please bear with us if anyone here could understand this.
I'm quite... I'm not very good at this part of it, all right, but I can see like the like an army uniform actually now. I can actually see like an army uniform. Don't ask me what type. I can just see the green uniform that they would have worn. Okay, but he's not got a beret or anything on. He's just, and he's even got his sleeves rolled up here as well. And I seen the truck as well. I seen the truck. And lots of stuff getting taken off and and putting onto another truck as well. I also feel he was rescuing there's some children into a truck as well, so I can see he was rescuing younger children as well, because I can see these children going in and he was putting them in this big truck here as well. He was rescuing people out to try and get them out of a situation or save them in some form. But there's a story about this. There's also a war medal received for this gentleman as well. There's definitely a war medal that I can see here. Maybe British Army, it could very well be. But he is definitely showing me the different countries here. I did get Turkey, I did get London, I also got the name Lou, I also got the Arabic. I feel he spoke.
Because this is what I was getting, Alice, is that he was he was a service and he would do the radio. So I feel like the language that you're hearing was almost like a different way to communicate. And I don't know, I've never been in the service, but I feel like this man had to use a different language to get the message across so that the others did not understand it. So it was a different dialect that was being used is what I got. And so I'm getting chills as I say this. He says,
what I've just seen there, Debbie? Do you know like a code? Typing in a code.
Yes.
And it looks like it's like been printed and it's not written. It's all this kind of different coding.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that really clearly.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Courtney says, there we go. Courtney, Desert Storm War. Me too. I have chills. I got full on chills just acknowledging the work that he did. And I felt like finally he's got his story to be heard. I feel like this man is really happy right now to get this across. And he's like, he has so many people that I right now, Alice, you just brought in all these gentlemen of like saluting you because you brought in. So he was a man of honor. He was someone that actually saved multiple people. I feel like he was the person that had to call the planes in to do rescues and direct orders where there were actual things that had to happen in the service. And so as I feel into this energy, oh my gosh, like we're really in the middle of their what they went through is what I feel. And so I know that there's that desert storm kind of feeling, almost like in the dirt, in the desert.
Right.
I feel like I'm very hidden. And obviously he was part of like different countries because the other countries stepped forward. So this makes me feel it was like a warning to those other countries as well. And so this is what Full Body Chills. He also saved a man from drowning. It was in the newspaper. Wow. And I feel like as this man comes forward, can you look at the picture that she's drawing, Courtney? Would you understand or recognize the picture? I feel like it's connected to your mother, Courtney. So I know that your mother also has a lot of respect coming to her because I feel like your mother also endured a lot of things that he's just giving an acknowledgement to this woman of like praise to her as well. Courtney. Would you understand that? And his wife was from Germany.
Okay.
Wow. Great job, Alice.
Yeah.
Great job, Claire. Beautiful detail.
Yeah, yeah, and that actually does look very like the man that I can see just now. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, looks very like him. Looks very like him. Yeah, he had dark hair and the kind of hair going down there. Yeah. Yeah, and you've got the eyes quite piercing, and that's what I was seeing. Dark eyes, but quite that's his eyes. That's his eyes. Yeah.
Beautiful job, Claire.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well
I'm
done.
seeing him younger though. He was a big family man, loved his family. Died for his family. He loved them so much. I'm getting Pakistan for some reason.
Yeah. You got a lot of that coming in.
Maybe some.
So Courtney can take pieces of it, and so can Lauren. So let's go back to the details. Do you guys understand the name of Louis? That has to be important because I got it, Alice got it.
Yeah, I got it.
And that was very strong. Claire, do you want to add to it to see if we can narrow it down and where we're going?
I'm just getting family separated in other countries. I think I'm getting some family in Pakistan, a big family. And there's units of family, 3 different places.
Yeah, and I felt like, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He loves all of them. Apologies. No, he loves all of his family. They mean so much to him. And he's touching his heart. They're my heart, my soul. He's saying, quite, like you said, tragic passing.
Zoe, can you understand all of it, Zoe? Go ahead, Claire. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's coming on now. Something about his passing. He doesn't want you to think of how he passed. Please don't think of that. He says, think of us all together as a family. Happy times, he's saying. Think of it as me not passing like that. He says, please don't think of me when I passed. That's important to him. Quite an intelligent man. He was good with his hands. I see him working with wood, or a carpenter, or he's good with his hands. And thank you. He loved to be busy and creating things. He was quite creative. He's showing me his hands, always busy. Quite artistic and creative. He loved creating things. I keep repeating myself, sorry. What else can you give me? Someone in the family is ill. Did you say that? I don't remember.
I did. I felt cancer, illness.
Someone in the family. And that's the main reason for him coming forward, to give love and to say to his family, things will be okay. Trust. Saying trust in God. this person will be okay, but a long time before they recover. It's a long recovery process.
Yeah. Sending so much love there. Beautiful job.
Oh, there's a
And-
son that follows.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
son
the
that
Louis.
follows in his
Louis.
footsteps, creative with wood.
Yeah.
And things.
So we leave you
No.
all with this love. He clearly had a huge story. He had a huge job. And we just say thank you for showing and holding space for us, showing up and coming in. Beautiful job, Claire. Claire, if we, do you have time for one more?
Yeah.
Do you have time for? Okay. So Alice and Claire, I'm going to step away. I'm going to leave you both for a second. You guys have the platform. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's see now who else is coming forward. Okay, I've got a lady. I've got a lady coming in now. This lady, she's presenting herself younger as she comes in, but she's also saying to me that she was put into an institution, okay, which was wrong. She shouldn't have been put into the institution, but she said it was an easy way out. And back then, she says, if they thought you were mentally unstable or ill, they would put you into an institution. And yeah, I'm seeing a baby with her as well. So she's talking about this institution she was put into. She said, I was of sound mind. There was nothing wrong with me. And she's also shown me a baby here as well. So as I'm seeing this, I feel this lady had the baby in this institution, and then the baby was taken from her. I feel she found this child later on. But institution is really relevant. It's very strong. And yeah, and she also says here, it was an easy way of just getting shot of me and getting rid of me. Okay, just getting rid of me, she said. And her mum and dad were still alive, but she was taken away to another country into this institution. She had the baby, and then the baby was taken from her. It's really quite a sad story. It really is. But somebody would know about this story. And also I get an aunt. So I don't know if this is an aunt to somebody that would be on here, or a great aunt. Okay. But I did get aunt there with this lady. I do feel she's been over there for quite some time in spirit world. Okay. So this is not something that's just happened. She's been over in spirit world for quite some time. So I'm just going down a little bit further with this. Do you know what I just heard? Sent to Coventry. Sent to Coventry. So I don't know if Coventry actually means something, or she's just saying I was sent to Coventry. Okay, but I definitely heard her say to me, "Sent to Coventry." So if yeah, Coventry is definitely getting mentioned there. What else have I got? Let's see. I'm looking to see if I've got anybody putting any comments up, but I can't see anything as yet. If anybody can understand this, please let me know. But that is what she gave. So to reiterate it again, this lady is talking about being put into an institution. And I do feel there would have been people who had mental health issues in this institution. There was also babies in this institution, and she definitely had a baby inside this institution, and I feel the baby was taken from her, but she was left in there. She was left in there. For some reason, she was left in there. I don't know for how long, but she did not come out with the baby. Okay. And I got sent to Coventry. I do feel an aunt or a great aunt as well. And I don't know if Max or Maxwell would mean anything to anybody, or if there is a Max or Maxwell on here, but I'm also getting that as well. Let me just have a look and see if I'm getting any feedback from this. There's a lot of people just saying, I want to read.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm back.
me. I want to read. Okay. You might get a reading if we can get this one all sorted. I need to find out where I'm going with it. Okay. But this is all the information that I've been given. I've also been given the month of October as well, around about October the 18th is relevant for a passing. I've just been told for a passing. Can you get so as I said, I did get the name Maxwell or Max to someone who is still alive, if that makes sense to anybody. And this I do feel is like an aunt or a great aunt. Okay. I did get Coventry because I got sent to Coventry, so I'm kind of reiterating a little bit more just to freshen people's memory. Can you get an initial or name? The only name I got was the Max or Maxwell, who I feel is here but not in spirit world. But if you can take any of this or some of it, if you can, Yvonne, if you can just let me know, okay. If any of this makes sense. But the institution is a big thing. It's a big thing that I'm getting here with this woman. And I do feel she did meet up. The baby was taken away and it was put up for adoption. I do feel though, and I could feel her anguish on this, but she met up with her daughter later on in life. In fact, her daughter is in spirit world now. Her daughter is in spirit world now, but she met up with the daughter later on in life anyway. But the daughter is in spirit world with her now. So we are going back a little bit in time here, but remember, there's no time in spirit world. Time means nothing. It's only here. So if you can just open up a little bit and just think about where that could sit in and around your family, or even someone close as a friend who is like family member to you. Okay. Right. Yvonne. Okay.
Right.
So what's Yvonne saying? My great aunt had mental problems, not sure about having a baby. She lived opposite a lemonade factory called Maxwell's. Okay, thank you. So I did get Maxwell. Okay, so great. It wasn't for a name, it was for a place. That's absolutely fine. I would like to just continue on with yourself. Okay, I did get the mental health as well there. Don't worry about it. And just know she talks about having the baby. Okay, as well. I know there would be a daughter in spirit world with her as well. And I feel that they had lost connection there for this. I think it might be my grandmother on my mum's side who is also deceased, and my son sitting here listening with me right now is named Max. I did get Maxwell. I definitely got Maxwell, but my grandmother lived in Germany when she gave birth to my mum, and they were in the service. Okay, right. I mean, it's great. That's great with Max, but what's put me with this is Maxwell. You know, so then is Max short for Maxwell? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think for Yvonne, it feels good with Yvonne. So Lauren, just continue to listen to see as the evidence continues to unfold, and we will see how spirit unfolds. Please look at the portrait that also Claire is drawing, because this will also help you see if it's recognized, you know. So great job, Alice and Claire. I look at the beautiful detail that Claire is just every line, every connection here. Ooh, look at the energy just move with her, with the spirit. Did you see how it just kind of like shifted the energy? So
yeah. Yeah, I do feel the more with Yvonne, only because Maxwell was really, really strong, and they would have gave me Max if it was meant to be Max, but they gave me Maxwell, so it's really strong. And I just feel very strongly that there was a mental health issue going on with her. I know as well there was a baby that she talks about, but she's met this child, and the child is not child now, but the daughter's in spirit world. But I do feel she met her later on in life, very closely later on. And you always wanted to see her, Yvonne. Okay, well, I did feel it was an aunt or a great aunt, if that makes sense to you as well, because she also gives me that. She also gave me the October the 18th being really strong, October the 18th. Okay, so that came in strong, and I do feel that's for a passing as well for someone. So she's also given me that too. Okay. Yeah.
Great aunt. You know, my chat, I want to see here when I popped in here, I had a gentleman that was being acknowledged also, Yvonne, and just tell me if this resonates with you. But is there someone that also would have had a need of surgery, whether this was something within the heart, within the chest? Because I felt like this is father or grandfather that was also being acknowledged. Would you understand this, Yvonne? Because they were showing me that, and I wanted to see, okay, am I in the same link? Are they moving differently? Yes, you understand this. Okay, so this aunt was acknowledging this gentleman, and I feel like this is your father, and this was acknowledging what you went through. If you would understand this, Yvonne. And I feel like, this gentleman's making me feel like the impression that everybody did what they could to save me. My granddad had heart problems. Okay, so I feel like there's just showing me someone either questioned how the work was done. Someone was questioning the care. She was a sitter. That makes sense. So she took care of him, and that's why he's being brought forward. And I could feel his presence very strong. And I just feel like all the support that came in to help me definitely is there. I also know too, this gentleman was like very proud of the house. I don't know if there's an address or a number of 216, but I feel like the property, the home, I feel like this is like, I worked very hard for the house. I also feel that it's like it was about family. We're sitting on this almost like a cream kind of yellow couch. And I also feel like your kids, and it's like carrying the traditions and carrying the lifestyle of how things were back in the days. And it's like not taking nothing for granted. They worked so hard for what they have, and it's like honoring and treasuring the little things. And they love that about you, Yvonne. You're trying to take care of the little things and honoring the little things, because those little things become big things, is the sense I get. I don't know, Alice, if you want to add to that, but that she was bringing that in with me while we were here together.
I feel as well that your aunt is in, she's wanting to give you some strength just now as well, because she says your feet doesn't touch base. You're just constantly going all the time, and she also talks about a work dispute, something going on with the work. So she talks about a work dispute as well, and I feel this lady would have been more shy to she didn't like confrontation. She didn't like to face up to any confrontation. She liked a more sheltered life, and she liked to just stay away from any confrontation. She also says you're very much like that as well, but she's also saying to you, you can't be sat on. Don't let anybody sit on you, okay? And she realizes that now, okay? That in life, sometimes you have to just put your 2 feet firmly on the ground and go for it, okay? But she is talking here about a little dispute and things going on in and around you, and she's also saying that this dispute as well, you're kind of you're treading on toes. I feel you're walking a little bit on eggshells a little bit, and she's just wanting you just open up and just say how you feel, because life's too short not to, especially when it's getting you down, okay, and making you retreat a little bit into yourself, because you can take things to heart. But in this case, she's saying you've got every reason to take things to heart, okay? And I do feel she's coming in around you just to give you this strength and to push you forward, as to say, you're all right, girl, you're going to be okay, but don't put up with any nonsense. Don't put up with any nonsense, okay? All
Beautiful
right.
job, Alice. Now, Claire, did you want to close with this here?
Oh,
All I'm getting is she was very misunderstood, this lady. She said what she felt. She didn't hide anything, and some people were shocked by that. She spoke what she felt. She wasn't straight to the point, I'm trying to say, yeah, and very misunderstood. Very beautiful energy.
You can
Tried
see
and
that in
tried
her
to be herself. Yeah, very misunderstood, and she struggled to be herself. She did later in life come to a bit of peace in her life. I had a really tough time, but she stuck to her guns. She spoke her truth, and she wouldn't step back from that. And I respect her, and for how she was in her life and never backing off.
Yes. She said, bless her. Beautiful job, Claire. Beautiful job. She's
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you did an amazing job from your guides and holding space for the community. Claire, I know that I appreciate you donating your time with us today in honor of Mission 22. If you'd like to close with any final words for the community, we appreciate you being here.
Just lots of love to you all who are watching. Thank you for holding space for me. I was terrified, but I'm okay now.
Yay, you did great.
To everyone.
Thank you, Claire, for
thank you.
Being a service to spirit in the community. You brought forward so much love and healing for all of us. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Alice. So give me 1 second. For some reason, I keep unplugging my computer. So let's do a roll call real quick. Who's here and where are you from? And I'm going to bring in Michael Christopher to join us, okay? So say hello, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, let's bring in Michael Christopher. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Hello.
Wasn't Claire amazing?
Yes.
Have you ever met Alice?
I think we've run into each other here and there, maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, I love that you joined us today and you just hopped on. You followed your intuition. You're like, I'm coming in hot.
Yeah, we were out and about driving around, and Sheila went into the store. I clicked on. I was like, "Oh, that's today." I thought I was going to be working, so that's why I didn't volunteer. I was like, "Awesome, I'm free."
Yeah, like we love it. We absolutely love it. It's all divine timing, on how all of this works. Here comes Kelly Brickle. Are you coming in, girl? The producers watching the show.